Welcome, thrill seekers and history buffs. Today, we're taking you on a spine-chilling journey through some of the creepiest abandoned places on Earth. These aren't just deserted buildings or forgotten towns. Each of these locations harbors a dark and disturbing history filled with tales of tragedy, mystery, and the paranormal. So, buckle up, turn down the lights, and get ready to explore the most unsettling corners of the world. But be warned, this isn't for the faint of heart. The island of Dolls, Mexico. Our first stop is hidden deep within the canals of Xochimilco, just south of Mexico City. It's known as La Isla de las Muñecas, or the Island of Dolls. But don't let the name fool you. This isn't a whimsical place where children play. Instead, it's one of the most unsettling spots in the world, with thousands of dolls hanging from trees, their empty eyes staring into the abyss. The story behind the Island of Dolls is as tragic as it is haunting. The tale begins with a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera, who found the body of a young girl who had drowned in the canal. Shortly after, he discovered a doll floating nearby, which he believed belonged to the girl. To honor her spirit and to protect himself from evil, he hung the doll in a tree. But that was just the beginning. Over the next 50 years, Don Julian continued to collect dolls, stringing them up around the island. Some say he believed the girl's spirit haunted him. Others say it was his way of appeasing the supernatural forces that surrounded him. In 2001, Don Julian was found dead in the same canal where he had found the girl's body so many years before. Today, the island stands as a macabre memorial, where visitors claim to hear the whispers of dolls and the ghostly laughter of a little girl. Pripyat, Ukraine. Next, we head to a place frozen in time, Pripyat, Ukraine. This city was once a thriving hub for workers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. But everything changed on April 26, 1986, when reactor number 4 exploded, releasing deadly radiation into the air. Pripyat, with a population of nearly 50,000, was evacuated within days, leaving behind a ghost town that remains eerily intact to this day. One of the most haunting symbols of Pripyat is its amusement park, which was set to open just days after the disaster. The Ferris wheel stands rusting, its seats empty, while the bumper cars, once meant to bring joy, now lie abandoned, covered in debris. The city's schools still have textbooks open on desks and toys scattered across floors. A chilling reminder of the suddenness with which life was ripped away. Walking through Pripyat is like stepping into a post-apocalyptic world. The silence is overwhelming, broken only by the occasional creak of collapsing structures. Radiation levels remain dangerously high in some areas, ensuring that Pripyat will remain uninhabitable for thousands of years. It's a stark reminder of the devastating impact of nuclear power gone wrong. The Stanley Hotel, Colorado, USA. From a ghost town to a haunted hotel, we now visit the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. This grand and elegant structure may seem like a charming getaway, but it has a sinister reputation that has inspired one of the most famous horror novels of all time. Stephen King's The Shining. King stayed at the Stanley Hotel in 1974, where he had a terrifying experience that led him to write the story of the Overlook Hotel. Guests and staff have reported countless paranormal encounters over the years, from ghostly children playing in the halls to apparitions appearing in rooms. The hotel's infamous room 217 is said to be the epicenter of activity, where guests have felt an unseen presence tugging at their sheets and flickering lights. The Stanley Hotel embraces its haunted history, offering ghost tours and even paranormal investigation packages. But beware, those who enter might just experience something beyond their wildest nightmares. Whether it's the spirits of past guests or something more malevolent, the Stanley Hotel remains a place where the line between the living and the dead is perilously thin. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Our next stop takes us to Japan, to the base of Mount Fuji, where lies Aokigahara Forest, a place known as the Suicide Forest. This dense and eerily quiet forest has been the site of hundreds of suicides over the years, giving it a reputation as one of the most haunted places in the world. Upon entering the forest, visitors are greeted by signs encouraging them to think of their families and contact a suicide prevention hotline. But despite these efforts, Aokigahara continues to draw those in despair, adding to its dark legacy. The forest's twisted trees and uneven ground create a labyrinth where the sunlight barely penetrates, casting an eerie shadow over everything. Throughout the forest, one can find remnants of those who never returned. Tents, shoes, and other personal items left behind by those who chose to end their lives here. It's said that the spirits of the departed linger in Aokigahara, their souls trapped between this world and the next. The atmosphere is heavy with sorrow, and many who visit report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and unease. Poveglia Island, Italy. For our next destination, we travel to Italy, to the small and isolated Poveglia Island in the Venetian lagoon. This island has a history steeped in death and suffering, making it one of the most cursed places on Earth. During the 14th century, Poveglia was used as a quarantine station for plague victims. Thousands of men, women, and children were sent here to die, their bodies burned in massive pits. The soil is said to be so saturated with human ash that it's nearly impossible to dig without uncovering bones. In the 20th century, the island's dark history took another turn when a mental hospital was established here. Patients claimed to see the ghosts of plague victims, and rumors spread that the head doctor performed cruel and sadistic experiments. The doctor himself reportedly went mad and threw himself from the hospital's bell tower. To this day, locals refuse to set foot on the island, believing it to be cursed by the tormented souls who died there. The Winchester Mystery House, California, USA. Last but certainly not least, we head to San Jose, California, to the bizarre and perplexing Winchester Mystery House. Built by Sarah Winchester, widow of the inventor of the famous rifle, this sprawling mansion is unlike any other in the world. Sarah Winchester believed she was haunted by the spirits of those killed by her husband's invention. To appease these restless souls, she began constructing a house that would confuse and trap them. The result? A labyrinth of 160 rooms, staircases that lead nowhere, doors that open to walls, and windows overlooking other rooms. The construction of the house continued non-stop for 38 years, with Sarah overseeing every detail. It's said she believed that as long as construction never ceased, she would be safe from the vengeful spirits. But after her death in 1922, the house was left unfinished, its hallways echoing with the footsteps of the unseen. And there you have it, some of the creepiest abandoned places in the world, each with a history more disturbing than the last. These locations remind us of the fragility of life, the inevitability of death, and the thin veil that separates our world from whatever lies beyond. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these places stand as monuments to the mysteries and tragedies of the past. So next time you feel a chill down your spine or see something move out of the corner of your eye, remember, the world is full of places that hold dark secrets. And sometimes, those secrets are better left undisturbed. If you enjoyed this journey into the macabre, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more creepy content. And let us know in the comments which of these places gave you the biggest chills. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay cautious. If you liked that video, so watch video number 1, you will also like this one.